We all need to be aware that artificial intelligence in entertainment will start to target us individually on a whole new level. Now, in my last video, I talked about how AI was making things so easy to use that anyone could use it to start making pieces of content or entertainment, videos, commercials, and even movies. I ran through a basic example of the first AI video creation program that I found in the Google search results, and I just typed in what kind of video I wanted it to make me, which was a commercial to advertise my made-up coffee mug company. It only took a few minutes for the AI program to create it, and the commercial was decent. With some tweaks of me telling the AI program what I wanted it to change, you could make a solid product. Without any filming, editing, music, or narration skills, the point was that if it's gotten so easy to create basic videos or photos for anyone with these very accessible AI tools for free or practically free, then it only makes sense that the tools will get better and easier for bigger projects like full movies. Not for everyone at first, but early adopters in this new technology. So this is a skill or category that will inevitably be used in the future, at least in part for a variety of media and entertainment options. I'm seeing a very sad but real trend happening. I'm seeing more people looking towards how they can use AI to keep costs down and output content at a higher pace. So I would put time into learning these AI tools if you ever want to create something or just interested in how it all works. It does make me a bit sad and nostalgic. I personally miss many classic types of filmmaking. I actually miss shooting on actual film after I got out of film school, but digital was the future, and as much as I wanted people to fight it, it was here. You have to stay ahead of disruptive technology because it will be used whether you are a viewer or a creator. Now, a quick shout out to my brother for bringing up this subject with me after my last video. Something I hadn't thought about when I was talking about AI and how Fox Studios used it to fully create a trailer on its own for its film Morgan. My brother brought up the idea that AI would not only be able to create the trailer for a movie, but it could create hundreds or thousands of versions in order to target you personally through your data. It would only show you the version of the trailer or commercial that related to you, or that it thinks you would like the most to get you to see the movie. So for example, if it's a teenage romantic comedy movie, through YouTube, social media, Amazon, Google, or whatever you use, say you are a female from age 20 to 25 and your view history on the platform is mostly comedy with girl main characters, then the AI could put that information together on the fly and create a trailer or scan for a particular version of the trailer in the database that perhaps shows more of the comedy scenes with the female characters on screen. Or if you're a 25 to 35-year-old that loves action, then the trailer puts all the action scenes and edits it faster paced to make it seem like the movie is an action comedy. This may be a juvenile example, but it's basically tailoring it for you from every second of the movie, and then it can create its own narration, titles, whatever. We already know that companies like Amazon and Netflix use AI to recommend content to users based on their viewing and purchasing history. So AI will analyze the data on consumer behavior and preferences, then the AI algorithms can help companies create more targeted and personalized marketing campaigns. This type of targeted advertising is not new. Think Facebook. They have targeted ads. They only show ads to people they think will be interested from your data. Let's say you looked up bicycles online. All of a sudden, you're going to start seeing ads for bicycles on your social media feeds, Google Ads, and such. A lot of people actually say they don't mind these. They prefer to have an ad that's relevant to them than something random, like if you're a guy seeing makeup products advertised. It doesn't really relate. Unless you wear makeup, I guess. Listen to Mark Zuckerberg say this at a congressional hearing a few years ago.
Congressman, the way this works is, let's say you have a business that is selling skis, okay, and you have on your profile that you are interested in skiing, but let's say you haven't made that public, but you share it with your friends, or right. So broadly. We don't tell the advertiser that here's a list of people who like skis. They just say, okay, we're trying to sell skis. Can you reach people who like skis? And then we match that up on our side without sharing any of that information.
Understood. You don't share that, but they get access to that information so that if they know that they want to market skis to me because I like skis.
So Congressman, my understanding is that the targeting options that are available for advertisers are generally things that are based on what people share. Now, once an advertiser chooses how they want to target something, Facebook also does its own work to help rank and determine which ads are going to be interesting to which people. So we may use metadata or other behaviors of what you've shown that you're interested in a newsfeed or other places in order to make our systems more relevant to you. What we've found is that even though some people don't like ads, people really don't like ads that aren't relevant. And while there is some discomfort, for sure, with using information in making ads more relevant, the overwhelming feedback that we get from our community is that people would rather have us show relevant content there than not.
So you may think, I don't mind it being targeted for me. I mean, do you? Leave me a comment. But see, that only really works towards most goods and services. Movies and entertainment is a bit different. It's an art. Although studios and filmmakers create a trailer to try and excite the audience as best as possible, for us to come buy a ticket, they usually only make a handful of versions of it. And these versions are really more focused on length and platforms for a more broad audience group. Usually the promotion material or trailer tries to show you what kind of movie it is, excite you, and remind you to see it. But see, that's because humans still put these pieces together. They do it based on their skill and also a marketing strategy made up by humans. If AI was in control and created thousands or tens of thousands of versions of something for individuals, it will be programmed for one thing: get that specific viewer to pay money and go buy the ticket at the theater or rent the movie at home. That's its objective. And with the magic of editing, how could you trust anything? Especially if only AI is behind it. I want to show you this video as an example to show you the power of editing in commercials or trailers, to say the least. If you haven't heard of the movie The Shining, it's kind of surprising, but it's a horror thriller starring Jack Nicholson in which a sinister presence in a hotel influences him into madness, violence, and killing, while his psychic son sees horrific images from both past and future. The original trailer is scary and dark and sets the right tone. Now I want to show you this trailer that someone edited a while back to give The Shining a completely different feel. Here it is.
Meet Jack Torrance.
I'm outlining a new writing project.
He's a writer looking for inspiration.
Lots of ideas. No good ones.
Meet Danny.
Mr. Torrance.
He's a kid looking for a dad.
There's hardly anybody to play with around here.
What's up, Doc?
Jack just can't finish his book.
I don't want to sound melodramatic, but there's no way to make it economically feasible.
Here's to 5 miserable months.
But now, sometimes what we need the most is just around the corner.
I'm your new foster father.
I'd do anything.
Climbing up on Salisbury Hill,
I love it.
I could see the city light. My heart going boom, boom, boom. Son, he said, grab your things, I've come to take you home.
Shining.
Now, if you went to see The Shining or this Shining in theaters, you thought you were on your way to see a family-friendly romantic comedy. So you were in for a big surprise. I know that this is an exaggeration, but I promise you when the studios jump fully into this tech for profit, it's going to surprise us all. Now, misleading trailers have been a thing, but it's rare. Drive with Ryan Gosling was marketed as a high-octane, action-packed film full of car chases, but it was actually a slow, modern noir. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, marketed as a fun, feel-good comedy with Jim Carrey, but it was actually a sad, dramatic, and emotional experience. See, remember, movies make most of the money on the first weekend, with the second weekend dropping about half the gross, and then it begins to just flatten. So opening is very important for most big-budget movies. The AI could actually make opening weekends bigger. However, what will inevitably happen is those movies that aren't good or did not deliver based on the ads or the commercials will have negative word-of-mouth feedback and drop off in sales after that weekend. So it will be a game between audiences and marketing companies and AI will be smack in the middle of it. But this is where I think things get very interesting. AI will be a very needed skill that anyone can learn to harness, and a lot of opportunity is there for individuals in all sorts of industries. But I also think that this will inadvertently create another opportunity. It will naturally drive a desire for people to read more movie and show critics, blogs, websites from people they trust. The desire for a human opinion will be extra refreshing when you can no longer trust anything you see. But tell me what you think. What is the future? If you like my videos, I hope you subscribe or just leave me a comment. And it's okay if you disagree. I would just love to hear why. Thanks for watching.